Hey, I want to welcome Zay Real to the. I'm sorry, I didn't even pronounce that right.
It's all right.
So what is it? Zaya Real?
Zeyah Real.
Zaya
Zeyah.
Real. Okay, so I'd like to welcome Zaya Real, everyone. How's everyone today? I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad I have this special guest with me today, which has an
Yeah.
earful for us today. I'm so excited. So, how are you doing, Zaya?
I'm doing well, doing great, awesome. I'm happy
That's
to be here.
good. That's good. Let me start off by thanking you for your time, of course. Um,
Thanks for having me.
I really want to get right to it. So, my first question to you is, how did you come up with the name Zaya Real?
Okay, so um, when it, w- I just got to talk about like when I started to take music seriously, and I'm okay. I need a name to go by, something that was unique to me or really describes me, and pretty much just something unique, nothing that was like, if you listen to what an artist's name might be, there's always little this or young that, or
Right.
just something that's really average. I really wanted to find something unique to me. So what I decided to do was, I don't have my father's last name. I don't have my father's last. I have my mom's last name. Now
Right.
her last name is Brown. So my father's last name is Hayes.
Okay.
And what I decided to do, my father do music too also. So that's why I decided to do that, which was, added on to what was true and unique to me.
Oh,
And so I decided to say, okay, my father's last name Hayes, I don't have his last name. So how could I incorporate that into a unique name for me? And I took Hayes and flipped it backwards,
wow.
you
Wow.
know, and
That
put a
is
Z on it.
amazing. You know
So,
what? I didn't even realize that. That's
you
awesome.
know, So and I put real after it. So just a two Zaya Real. So and that's what came up with. And that's how I decided to do that. And that was in what year was that? I was actually incarcerated at the time,
Mhm.
working on my music still. So it just no matter what I do, I'm always doing my music and I'm always doing no matter what situation. So
Wow.
yeah. And that's how
Well,
that came
that's
about.
amazing. Oh my God. That's impressive too. I like it. I
Thank
like
you.
it. Yeah. I never really noticed that, but yeah, the real haze. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
So
So
yes, everyone, this is Zaya Real, an artist,
thank
a
you.
producer at Zaya Real Beats, also CEO recording artist at Invincible Empire.
Absolutely.
So yes, as you can see, he's very talented in so many different ways, but they all go together because it's all into music. So that's awesome. Zaya, can you like just, give us something about you. Tell us a little something about you.
Um, I'm something about me. I I'm really just real cool. I'm really cool, laid back, real understanding type of individual. First and foremost, just based on what I've been through. You know, I'm really talk. I like to talk a lot. Like when I'm telling people. So that's pretty much it. And then I mean, what in everything I've been through, it comes through my music. I think that one a certain point in my life, I always had music. I always had that. When I was in my younger years, it was just something I could do for fun. I loved the fact that I could make music and I could hear it. But now it's like whatever I go through, I incorporate it through my music. It's like um, I'm hard to explain, but it's almost like therapy. You go to music for your to release that stress or whatever you might
I can
have.
see that. I can see that because when I follow you, of course. I follow your sound and I have to give it to you. Those
Mhm.
beats, definitely fire. Your
Appreciate
lyrics are there too. So,
appreciate
I mean, you fire. I be looking for that extinguisher sometimes, put you out because you be on
Mhm.
fire, okay?
Right.
But
Appreciate it.
let me say, first and foremost, I can see, that you and your music become one, rather it's the beats or the lyrics. I can see the passion. Sometimes your eyes are closed. It's like you and your music become one. And I recognize that, and I think I think that's awesome. I think that you definitely show that you have a sincere, powerful feeling towards and for music, and that's one of the things that I recognize and appreciate and respect about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a game. I don't know, how some people may look at it, but I see that this is something that you enjoy doing, you know. Um, and as you brought up, it helps you to, relax, get that stress off, so that brings meaning, that's a feeling, that's great. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
So I see that your talent just is a continuous ongoing thing. Like, you just keep going. Like, you are definitely impressive. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So tell me, I know that you have the passion for it. I know that ever since you were young, you enjoyed it. But like, what inspired it? What brought it out of you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what guided you in that direction? Because it seems like this is something that you were meant to do. So
Mhm.
just like tell us about that.
Right. I'm glad you asked that too. So just to go back to, like, my father, I talked about my father. So he was taken from us, early, and when I was 5 years old. So, and after that, I dealt with that. That was, something that was very tragic in my life and something, but I still deal with it. But
Right. I'm
but
sorry
everything
about that.
I was thinking. So after that, I just was left with memories and everything about him and everything. And what stuck with me the most was the music.
Right.
My mom tell me all the time, my family let me know, yeah, your father was this and your father was that. And then all my life, I just pretty much tried to walk in his shoes. And that's what inspired me to keep doing this music, because, when he left us untimely, he was doing music. I remember seeing speakers and guitars and pianos and stuff around the house and stuff like that. And I was just little. I didn't know what was going on, but I remember. So
Right. Right.
that's what inspired me, is to
Right.
continue to keep that going. Like, you know,
I
um,
can see that, and it's and it like awes me because, like you said, the guitars, the pianos, the
right.
keyboards, those are the instruments that he used, and now we have all
We got the
this.
technology, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, you know, different softwares to use and programs,
Yes,
like,
yes.
you
So
know,
I mean, it has came a long way, and just
uh-huh,
hearing, the things that your father did, how he played and did his own music and things of that
right,
nature, it would have been amazing to see him here doing this today.
right.
So, but it's even more amazing and awesome to see
Uh-huh,
you know what I'm saying, doing it, because it's just like you just, I'm not gonna say following in his footsteps. I'm gonna say that I think that you guys are a team, because
uh-huh,
no matter, he's gone, but he's always with you in your
right.
heart. So with
Absolutely.
that being said, y'all walking this walk together. That's awesome. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's very awesome. So that answers the question about where your talent came from, of course. So,
Right.
like, how old were you when you decided to test your talent? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. So let me just, because I know it's probably like for the people that's watching. So when that happened, after I was like, okay, that was five, about 8, 9 years old, I would say. When I used to hear music, I never paid attention to the words to this music. I just wanted to hear how what was they rapping over, or what was they singing over? Because I didn't know what it was at 8 or 9. I just knew it sounded good.
Right, right,
So, and I just looked at it like that, and then a couple years went by, and I found out how to get, I ran across some software, some computers, And then different things. I found out how to make beats. You know, I found out what it was that they was doing, and I'm like, okay, this is something that I want to take serious. But around, I say 2012 or 11, after I got out of incarceration, is when I took it seriously. You know,
Okay.
but I've been actually just when I first made my first song, but it hasn't been. I had actually made the song on a video game,
Okay.
on the PlayStation, and I had made CDs and all that. But that was in like 2008, and I made a couple of songs, but I don't have those songs no more. But
Well,
it
speaking of
wasn't. It was still
songs,
like a habit. It was like a habit, you know.
right,
It was like
right.
something hobby, but now it's like it's a different. It's like a different element now, you know, that
Okay.
it's like I evolved in it, you know. It's like, you know, something like that.
Well, I mean, I can tell because I've been following you for a while. I'm not saying that, you weren't always good, because as long as I've been following you, you have always been good, but
Mm-hmm.
there's always room for improvement, and you just like for every sound, every time you get on, it's always improving, when you think you can't get any better, here it comes
Mm-hmm.
again, so you're
Right.
just like you just like just explode with your
Mm-hmm.
talent. It's wonderful. I love it. So I see in the background that you have I see that we're
Oh,
probably in your studio.
yeah. Actually, yeah. This is my studio. Actually, this my office. This is where I operate at pretty much. But this is a studio. Yeah, that's soundproof. Really is what you need when you're recording. You
Oh,
know,
okay. My
it
favorite
helps with
colors
the
too.
right, black and red. You know, I chose the colors.
Okay,
Yeah,
it just caught my eye. I'm like, yeah, that's impressive. I like
definitely.
Right, right. So that's where you make your sounds, your music, huh?
Right,
Yeah,
everything go
yeah.
down right here.
Why don't you
Right.
is it possible that we can like get a little view of everything?
Yeah. So let's see. Show you this. I have put the light up here. All right, about that. Hold up. Let's see if I can turn this camera around. Here we go.
Okay, okay. All right, okay.
This is
Oh
pretty
wow.
much the workstation.
Oh wow, okay. That's where the magic
And
is, huh?
this where the magic happened at. Right here.
Okay.
This is the keyboard. This where I make the beats at. The beats go right there. Then you see the microphone right there.
Oh wow. Since you got us all excited seeing where it's all happening at, can you give us a little taste of something?
Right, absolutely. So I'm gonna play this. I got a single coming out. For those who don't know, I just actually put out an album in the beginning of last year, January, called Invincible. It's on all platforms. It's 8 tracks. I got a couple features on there too. Print Joff Music is on there. He featured on number 2. Number 2 is called Never Lose. Think Twice, Diamond, Prince Killer's on there. Danger the Boss is on there. There's a couple features on there. They need to check that out if they haven't. But
Okay, okay.
so I'm gonna play right now. I got a single I just put out, or it's gonna be out later this month,
Okay.
called Cold World. So I'll play some of that right now. Featuring Empress Soleil. My bad, excuse me.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm excited already.
Cold world, we're no your right. Sometimes true love hurts. This is the cold world. We live no your right. Sometimes true love hurts.
Empress Soleil.
One thing for certain, two things for sure. Ain't nobody perfect, but we still want more. I used to flip this and flip that, fiends at the door. I ain't going home, so I ain't got no more. I got a different understanding from the way they understand it. The way I speak, you would think I'm from another planet. If I shoot you, you shoot me. That's what they planning. At the end of the day, they just want us to finish.
This is a cold world.
Oh yeah.
So that's a little.
Oh
little
yeah. Oh man, that's fire. You took me with that already. I'm like, yo, I didn't want it to stop, okay? But I know
Appreciate it.
I know I can't be greedy. I can't be greedy. But listen, from from what I heard, it sounds amazing. I think that, the music that you put out there is inspiring because I mean, I'm not knocking anybody's rap or anybody's music or what have you, but I think because our youth is listening to all this music and being influenced and encouraged by it, I think that what you do as far as really talking about life and really just leaving all the negative. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like, it's a saint,
Right.
but you give them something real. It's not
Right.
about, all the negative. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
you teaching them something. You teaching them
Mm-hmm.
how to express themselves through
Right.
music.
Right.
Not always being angry, but it's some calm to this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But speaking of calm and anger, what have you been through as far as getting to this point? Like, give me some of the things that you might have had to deal with that you didn't want to deal with, some of the things that made you face like reality. Like, give us
Mm-hmm.
something that we know, some of the struggles and some of the sacrifices that you had to go through to get to this positive time
Mm-hmm.
in your life.
Okay, so what I struggled with in my earlier ages was not uh I can't deal with authority. I didn't like to be told what to do, and I didn't have no patience at all, and I would act out really angry. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, but I've learned that over time that um I just couldn't be that way. You know what I mean? I try to find other people to blame for my own actions after it, and so I had to go to prison. Where I really found out, where I was able to sit down and really find myself. Really, you know, and that's was like a reset for me. I went a few times. It didn't. I'm not gonna say it happened the first time, but I'm off parole and all that stuff like that. That's behind me now. But I think that moment, once I did that, after I was able to sit back and really look at my own self instead of pointing a finger at other people. And ever since I did that, um, I've been feeling a lot better. Things been going a lot better. You know.
Oh yeah, it sounds like it. Now I have to applaud you. I have to applaud you on that because it takes a big person. You understand what I'm saying? A man to
Mm-hmm.
admit, that you've been through things and it's things that you didn't accept, things that you didn't take responsibility for. But now just listening to you, that is an inspiring story for any youth to see that you can go through anger, you can blame everybody, but at the end of the day, where
Right.
you end up, how your life turn out is because of the choices you made. And for you to be able to admit that and face that today is amazing. It's awesome. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a good thing that you got locked down or what have you, but I mean, some people don't grow from it. Some people
Right.
still stay in that state of mind. So to
Mm-hmm.
see you grow and get something and bring something positive from all that is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I have to applaud you on that and thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Absolutely.
So that's amazing. So that turnaround, I could tell that you have did a big turnaround through your music, and I mean, it seems like your music is helping you to
Mm-hmm.
cope and to also grow because I feel express a lot of things through your music, and I can see the expression that you're getting out there. Like, it's
No
just
doubt.
amazing. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. So what made you decide that you wanted to share this sound with us? Just every time you put something out there, you're sharing it with us,
Right.
and we enjoy it and we are thankful for it. So what made you decide that you wanted to share it, to get it out there?
Right. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this light. This light. So, hold on. So, so, like I decide when I to share the music, I just know that music is really universal. I think music is something that people go to. Like for me, for example, I just hear other music and I'll be like, all right, something that they said might help me in the future or help me with whatever I'm dealing with. So after I then decided to take responsibility for me and just really not point the finger at other people and do stuff like that, now I'm making music. Now I'm in control of the wave sound. So if I'm putting something out there, it has to be beneficial in a positive way because that's my whole intentions.
Right.
So if I make songs like this one, for example, or anything, or Invincible, the whole album is pretty much what I went through, and when I put it together, you know, it's saying something that you cannot be defeated by anything that you've been through that you feel like it's bad, is over. It's like, you know, I want to be able to say something to you that can make you be like, okay, all right, I got this. So that's why I make music like this. After I'm making it for me, but I'm speaking to the people. Maybe this can help you. So that's why I make music and share this sound. So that way you can relate and then you can help and then it can inspire you to help you off in your life and your journey.
Oh,
you know.
wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. We definitely appreciate that. I hope that we have more upcoming artists that, that feels the same way, that wants to contribute to helping our youth, to inspiring them in a positive direction, to giving them a little taste of, that life and real life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
I thank you and appreciate you for sharing that with us. Again, the change, the outcome is amazing. It's also visible. I can see, like I said, every time you do a beat, every time you make a sound, I can see the growth. I can see the change. I can see the enjoyment. I can see the calm. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing when you can actually, do a 360. And,
Right.
I know that you were in an accident a while ago.
Right.
How did that change your life? I'm sorry if I'm getting a little too personal.
No, it's fine. It's fine because I could talk about the album that I put together. That's really the album, and I want people to keep that in mind too, because I don't think they know, because they probably seen, because I did a video too, but they probably see the scars, and I never really talked about it after the accident. I kind of tried to suppress it.
Right.
But yeah, I was in a car accident. I was driving a car. I was driving for a company. I can't talk about it, but too much. But I was driving for a company, and the car exploded. While I was driving.
Wow.
On the expressway, and it was just bad. So 3rd and 4th degree burns. About 80% of my body. So like my arms and stuff like that.
Right. Right.
Burnt my face. Like it really had my face. I didn't recognize myself at that. I still do, but so after that, I was like insecure and my self-esteem was down after trying to heal from it. It was just like, what? I can't even.
Well,
I
it's
went to
hard to
therapy.
tell now. It's definitely hard to tell now. Because it seemed like your self-esteem is where it's supposed to be. You're a handsome young man. I'm glad that you came out of everything, all right. God is good. Long as we involve God in our everyday,
Absolutely.
you better believe he walked with us. So that's a blessing that we have you here with us today. I'm sorry about the things that you went through, but I can see that even took growth, for you to have to, go through what you went through and to not see yourself for who you used to be, but now, since all that is gone, like you are who you are, but just coming better, you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
stronger,
Right.
you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I think that every experience we bring something back from it,
Mhm.
and I again want to say how we appreciate that we have you here, giving us some insight and
Mhm.
also inspiring words, even sharing, some of your difficult, situations and showing us how you can come back, how you can take control of your life. You know what I'm saying? Again,
Appreciate it.
as long as we got God in our life, it ain't nothing we can't do. So,
Right.
and you're living proof. You survived. You
Absolutely.
survived a lot of things.
Mhm.
So
And thank you so much. And I'm amazed by it too. I still can't believe it. But after I did it wasn't easy. I still kind of struggle with it. But that's life, and that's what'll kill you, make you stronger. I think that's an
exactly.
actual living example of it. And what I want, and also after I overcame it and started to get back into music, because it happened 2 years ago. It happened
Okay.
about 2.5 years ago.
Right.
So that whole thing was, just recovering from that. And then when I started to work back on my music, um, Invincible Empire is the label I came up with. I came up with that name for the label and the title because it means something. Invincible, you can't be defeated by anything. It's just an empire is really strong. Something solid that's gonna last forever. Generations.
Right.
And so when that accident happened to me, I put that album together because I actually came out of it. I was on fire. Like my whole body was on fire. I actually didn't think I was gonna make it myself. So
Right.
what I want to inspire people by that's an example of, like, I thought it was over. So no matter what you go through in life, it's never over. You can
Right.
definitely turn it around. So
Right.
that's where that came from. The album I put together called Invincible. I'm here unscathed.
Wow, that is amazing. You are one impressive young man. Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank you
much.
so much. That is awesome. That is awesome. I knew you had a story to tell, and I'm glad I'm the one that got to hear it. I'm glad I'm the
Right.
one that got to
I'm
share
glad
it,
I'm here.
you
I'm
know?
happy to be here. I'm
Yes,
glad
yes.
to be a part of this and be able to, it's just amazing. It's a wonderful thing.
Right.
'Cause
So can we take this time for you to let everybody know where they can find you, your music, your beats, just you, where they can find everything about you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you can find me. So let me get the name right. Zeyahreal. So Zeyah Real on all platforms. Spotify, Apple Music. Zeyah Real Beats. You can just put beats at the end of Zeyah Real. You just put the word beats, and that's on all platforms as far as the beats. I have a website that you could go to, beatstars.com, and then just put Zeyah Real Beats. You could purchase beats. I have beats up there, all kind of beats. You will have R&B beats, trap beats. You got a variety of beats that you can find there. So um, yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything because
Oh,
it's the same
wow.
name everywhere. Yeah,
Well, that's
Twitter,
good.
Instagram.
Right, right, right. Oh, so you everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. All right. That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yes. Y'all heard it first here. Again, I want to thank Zaya Real with blessing me with his presence, and also giving us the 411 and letting us know about a record that's coming out, well, his album that's coming out, and giving us a little sample of what we're to expect. And just
Mm-hmm.
hearing that one little sample of that song is letting me know that I got to have that fire extinguisher on the side, because this young man is definitely on fire. That's right.
Word. Word.
Yes, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. This is awesome. Your story is awesome. I just talking to you, I've got a lot out of it. And I hope that, for the people who view us and listen to us can take
Mhm.
something from this as well,
Right.
especially the
Right.
youth,
That's all.
you
That's
know.
what it's about. For me, you take something from it, and you get something positive from it that can help you through your journey. That's just my whole thing.
That's right. So is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this up? Is it anything, that you might want to say,
Okay.
or
Yeah. So I got a few things coming up next. I got actually tomorrow I got a show to do at the Tunes. I forgot the name of it, but it's on Exchange Street downtown. Tune
okay.
Work Studios. It's called Tune Work Studios downtown. 7 to 10. I'm gonna be performing my latest single I put out called Getting Money. I'm gonna be performing that song. And then in August, I'm gonna be in Queens, New York.
Oh,
Um,
wow. What we doing
yeah.
there?
I'm gonna be performing 2 songs there. I'm gonna be featured in the Swag magazine article.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Probably a photo shoot, maybe another interview. But that's going down in August 20th. So I'm being
Oh,
Queens, New York
okay.
for that.
Okay,
Um,
still doing big things. I'm not I'm
mhm,
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
you
Long
know.
time coming. You worked hard for it.
Mhm. And be on the lookout for this is a single that one I just played. That's a single coming out called Cold World.
Okay.
Invincible is an album that's already out on all
Oh, okay,
platforms.
okay. Right, right.
Invincible is already out on all platforms. Go check it out. It's got 8 tracks on there. You're gonna love it. You're gonna definitely. I'm sorry for that. I just keep it in the keyboard. And it's gonna be definitely something on there that you can take from it. You're gonna love it. And be looking out for Born Again. That's what I'm working on my next album coming out soon. I don't have the exact date for that, but it's called Born Again.
Okay, awesome, awesome. I'm definitely looking for it. And I hope our viewers are listening so they can also go and check it out. They won't be disappointed. So
Mhm.
again, I thank you so much for joining me. I thank you so much for agreeing to do this
Thank you for
because
having me.
it's always, it's always, a blessing to have, young men out trying to, inspire our youth and, bringing something good to the table and not always having something negative, to
Right.
have these kids walk away with. I think that
Mhm.
everything that you've talked about has, been able to open some eyes,
Right.
and maybe have them thinking a little bit more. So I
Mhm.
appreciate that.
Right.
And I'm sure that our viewers are going to appreciate it as well. So again, I thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No
Absolutely.
problem.